To create classes and their subject combinations on the system, we follow 4 steps. The first step is to ensure that all the subjects that you will need are entered into the system. So that is the subjects step 1. You click on subjects, you can add it. So you click on this button at the corner here, then it will show this form. You click on search and it will list all the subjects that I have already entered. If there is a subject that you need but it is not here, you toggle the form again by clicking on this button, then you enter the name of the subjects. Over here, then you select the subject type. If it is an elective subject, you select, then you submit. Once you submit and you check, you come back here, click on this, then you click on search again, then my subject will be listed. It begins with M. So this is my subject. It's elective subject. So that is how we add the subject. And let me remove it since it is an example I did. Okay. So once you are done with you always click on this icon to toggle the page. Once you are done with subjects, you come to step 2, the sub-programs. So some schools have 1 as 1, 1 as 2, as 3, as 4, as 5. Others don't have. So we create those combinations dynamically here. You select the program, then you enter. If it is visual as 1, you just enter visual as 1, then you submit. So visual as 1 will be created. I get error because I already have visual as 1 over here. So if you get error, it means it is already entered. So here I can make visual as 2 and I submit. See that it is submitted successfully and I have visual as 2 over here. That is how you create them. So you will create all the sub programs that you have in the school by using this one. If you have visual as 1A, then you let's say visual as 3A. So you make it 3A like this, then you submit. It will create it here, visual as 3A. Once you are done with that, you go to step 3. Step 3 is programs and their subjects. So in order to lessen the work, you need to assign each program and their subject so that the system can suggest for you in the next step. So let's say if you pick Agric, you select all the subjects that Agric students do, whether Agric 1, Agric 2, Agric 3. You select all the subjects that they do under Agric by checking this one. So if they do Agric, they do animal husbandry, they do biology, they do computing, you tick all of them. After that, you submit. Once you submit, it will be added to Agric. It will be added to the Agric card over here. So you make sure that every subject and then every subject is selected to suit the appropriate program. So you look at all the programs and then all the subjects that students can pick under such programs, and then you submit. Okay. Once you are done with this, you go to the last step, which is step 4. The step 4 is here, class subject mapping. That's the final step. So over here, you pick the academic year that you are creating the classes for. So this classes is for the 2025-2026 batch of students. And then you pick a program like Agric, Then once you pick Agric, you will get all the classes that are under Agric. We are only for Form 1 students, so we will pick one Agric 1. Once you pick one Agric 1 and you click on subject, it will list all the subjects that you have already paired for Agric. So one Agric 1, what are the subjects that they are going to do? You take them. The one that does not apply, you leave it. Maybe they don't do physics, so you leave physics, and the one that you don't do, then you submit. Once you submit, it will create the class and their subjects over here for you. So you repeat that. If you have Agric 2, you have to create the Agric 2 at the step 2, so that you can have Agric 2. I did not create Agric 2. So if I want to create Agric 2, I have to come to the step 2 and then make sure that I select Agric. Then I have Agric 2. So if it is Agric 2A, I'll add the A to it. But maybe I have only Agric 2, then I will submit. After submission, I need to refresh the page. Then after refreshing the page, I'll go back to the step 4 and pick Agric 2025-2026 Agric class. You see that I now have one Agric 2. So I'll pick one Agric 2 and then take, maybe they do fixes, they do this, and this. Then I will submit. Once I submit, it will create this one Agric 2 here. So this is how we create the subjects. So you look at the various subjects under each class, then you tick. If it is not in the list, then you go back to the step that is necessary for that to be added, whether the subjects or the sub-programs, or the programs and the subject, then you add it before you come back to the final step.